If you are watching this and you haven't got your first wholesaling real estate deal, you might feel like you're cooked. You might feel like you're screwed. You might feel like you have nowhere to go. But the honest truth is, the only thing stopping you right now is your fear. Your fear of actually losing out, your fear of failing, your fear of not becoming successful. And for most people watching this, your fear is absolutely crushing you and destroying your success and any inkling you have of becoming successful. You see, I have honestly found that for most people watching this, your success is determined by how you can overcome your excuses. And I feel like the majority of people who haven't gotten the first wholesaling real estate deal are absolutely destroyed with their excuses. Most people have a fear of inaction. They have a fear of getting off their phones and not having dopamine rushes happening to them. They have a fear of what their family would think and a fear of failure. When the honest truth is, most of you guys are going to die one day. I mean, everyone watching this is going to die one day, right? And the thing is, if you're embarrassed about what your family's going to think about you, they're going to be probably dead before you. And if you're a young person watching this and you're afraid that, oh my gosh, what my friends and family are going to make fun of me, I want you to understand that coming from the other side, I've had a lot of friends and family make fun of me for getting into wholesaling real estate and talking about it. But turns out when you get on the other side and you actually become rich and successful, they all said, I always believed in you. I'm so proud of you. So amazing. And the funny thing is, they were never like that starting out. And it's always funny kind of going back of how people look at you and become successful. And so that absolute fear is nothing. The fear of being embarrassed, it should be freeing to know that whatever you do, the actions you take is not going to matter in 500 years. No one's going to remember you in 500 years. They got more important things. Does anybody in here remember, or does anybody in here know the voice of their great, 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 great grandfather? Anybody in here know? Do you know the voice? You might know a picture if they're royalty or something, but you don't know their voice. You don't know what they did for a living. You don't know when their wedding date was. You don't know their birthday. You don't know this stuff because after 500 years, everyone's family gets diluted, right? And what I basically mean by this is you are going to die and you are going to be forgotten in thousands of years. So why in the world are you stressed out and freaking out over what the seller on the other end is going to say to you? Why? You see, what's stopping you from becoming successful is your own self. And that's where a lot of the issues start when you haven't been able to close your first wholesaling real estate deal. And for what I've always found is if you go out here and just make excuses, you're going to you're going to get nowhere. And I'd say the majority of people in here that haven't gotten the first wholesaling real estate deal, if they go out here and I take your entire day, your entire schedule of your life, and I find out what you've done for the past 7 days in wholesaling real estate, you're probably a little scared to tell me. You're probably a little embarrassed. You see, I get a lot of people that say, oh, Zach, I haven't got my first wholesaling real estate deal. What's going on? And I say, okay, Robert, or whatever your name is, right? Let me go in here and I want to step by step see the actions you have taken in the past 7 days to go out here and find a deal. So let me ask you some questions. Question 1, how many calls did you make? 14. And that's why literally, it doesn't matter. The thing is, it doesn't happen ever that someone says, Zach, I have not been successful for an entire year. I call 3 hours a day. I've only called government lists in a perfect market, and I just get no leads and I make no. It don't work like that. The majority of the issue right here is you're just not doing enough action. So most likely you're doing not enough action because you don't want it bad enough. I'm not saying you're a loser. I'm not saying it's wrong, but let's go out here and actually see your issues. And I truly believe for most men and women watching this, it's fear. It's fear of, oh, I'm going to fail. It's fear of what someone is going to say, think, or do. And the fear, and again, this is another fear of not having a good time. And we got to have a whole talk about this. If you haven't gotten your first wholesaling real estate deal, for most people watching this, you just don't do enough action. That's what I have found. Okay. So many people also have this other fear, which I have found is a fear of a lack of knowledge. a fear that if I don't have everything perfectly done, I don't cross my T's or dot my I's, or I don't look at all the information perfectly right, I'm screwed. If I don't go out here and watch 17,000 YouTube videos, I will never become a success. I'll never get like Zach. When the truth is, the majority of the knowledge in my brain right now in wholesaling real estate, my majority of my knowledge of how I can close sellers really easy, why I can find cash buyers, why if you drop me out anywhere in the United States of America right now, I can come back and make millions of dollars within a couple of years, is because of the actions I've taken and really a trial by fire of how I've learned. You see, I got really good at closing sellers, not by monkey see, monkey do, because there's no YouTube videos. I mean, my dad helped me a lot, but my closing style is a lot different. It's not that I'm better than him or he's better than me. He's probably a little better than me, but it's because I have my own style. And I pretty much did this as monkey do, monkey success. And again, this might not sound like it makes sense, but all of my logic is straight up just binary. And what I mean by binary is either it's one thing or the other. That's the definition of binary. So binary code's like 1 or 0, right? And that's the way I've done wholesaling real estate for about 9 years. I know that sounds crazy, but what I mean by this is, okay, I'm going to cold call a seller and I'm going to try my lowball method. It goes bad. Okay, let's try it again. It doesn't go. I try another method. It goes well. Okay, that went well. I'm going to keep doing that. And basically over the past 9 years, I've tested hundreds of lists. That's interesting. I do hundreds of lists, and every single time I do this list, I make money, and this one I don't make money. I'm going to keep doing the stuff that makes money. I've tried unknown equity. I've tried 40% equity. I've tried 100% equity. I've tried vacant, absentee order, code violation, eviction. I've tried every list possible. Found the ones that work, found the ones that didn't work. And so I can tell you is you need to stop waiting to be ready for wholesaling. You got to stop waiting to go out here and be ready to go out here and start talking to sellers, because I have a very scary statistic. Actually, I don't know if I should tell you, people are going to be freaking out, but I'll just say it. Guys, AI is going to take over your job. It's not going to happen this year. It might not happen next year, but within 5 to 10 years, a very large portion of people watching this, your job is going to be replaced. And if you want to go out here and say, no, I'm an accountant, my job can't be replaced. Bro, let me tell you this really, really nicely. If somebody can just screenshot their bank account statements and throw it into ChatGPT accounting bot, and within 99% accuracy, and the AI bot's going to ask a couple questions and it costs $10 a month, no one's going to pay for an account. Nobody. I'm just being real. And what's going to happen when you've been an accountant for 15 years and you only have that skill set in your life because your specialized skill set, and now AI just replaced it? What are you going to do? You're going to beg on the streets? You're going to be a garbage man? Like what? And there's no problem about being a sanitation worker, but like, what's the truth, right? So it's kind of funny, but a lot of you like white collar guys screwed. If you're like a welder, garbage man, if you're like doing construction, right? You're safe for a little bit. Like you're safe for a little bit. But if you're somebody who just like, I make digital art, not good at all. And so if you're a truck driver, that's actually probably not good. I'll tell you that everyone feels like they're protected right now. But if these Tesla Optimus bots actually end up being really good at welding, like you're screwed. And so I could tell you, and really anyone watching this, outside of really sales right now, you should be freaking out. And the reason why I'm not trying to be all doomsday with you, but like if AI replaces your job, like you're screwed. And if you really fundamentally, I'm saying this in the nicest way possible, if you really don't think that your boss would replace you for AI that is 10 times less than you, that will work 24 hours a day without complaining, that won't go to HR, that doesn't have to have health insurance, that doesn't request for a 401k, you are mistaken. My boss is a nice guy, but what about the board of directors that own the stock to the company? They're replaced. Guys, we're already seeing AI replacing jobs right now. And it's happening a lot in like coding and tech and stuff like that. But like, I think this is the big one, right? I think Anthropic just launched this. Kind of scary if you actually look at it. But Anthropic just launched this little chart here. And it shows exactly which jobs are being replaced the quickest and which ones are going to be the slowest. And very interesting statistic here. But if you're somebody, observed AI coverage versus the theoretical. So basically, the red is like computer and math is already being replaced roughly with AI, but the blue is like where it possibly can be. If you're in architecture, engineering, social sciences, legal, art and media, like it's not looking good. Construction's pretty good. Food servicing's pretty good. Healthcare is okay. Sales is pretty insulated, but office admin work, like this is kind of where we're at right now in 2026. But I'm telling you, watching this right now, that like if you're not like seeing this, okay, a lot of what you're due for a living, and majority of people watching this are going to be absolutely replaced. Maybe a guy cut your hair is going to be the last person, but like it's going to happen. And the reason why I'm telling you this is it's going to happen if you like it or not. The job cuts are here. They're going to get worse. And we are just at the tip of the iceberg here. And what's going to happen is two main things. I'm just being real. Okay, I'm being real. AI can't own deeds on real estate. AI can't really help much sellers in situations, and big corporations cannot buy and sell properties individually. That has not been able to be scaled out. Zillow's failed it. Most companies have failed doing this, and Opendoor still doesn't make a profit. So I think wholesalers are pretty protected right now, and we're entrepreneurs. It's a little different. AI can't replace you. Here's the problem. If we increase unemployment to 2008 numbers with AI, which I believe is going to happen one day, guess what they're all going to do? Same thing that happened in 2020. When everyone is stuck at home and they were bored, they wanted to make money online. And I truly believe there's only one side hustle, only one thing out there where you can be on your computer, on a phone, and make a ton of money without any cash. That's wholesaling real estate. So I think there's going to be a massive boom of people getting into wholesaling real estate because of these AI layoffs are going to happen the next 5-10 years. And I mean, that's great for me. Great. More signups for X leads, more JV deals for me. But like, there's going to be a massive boom of wholesalers coming in this industry in the next 5 to 10 years. And you have a thought, and you have an absolute like question you have to start asking yourself. When that happens, do you want to be just a beginner that hasn't done a deal? Or do you want to be a guy that is making $100K a month, scaled out business, that you can start JVing with these people and start making money with them versus competing with them for your first deal? So again, fear is stopping you, but fear should also be motivating you right now. Like, you don't really have any more time. Like, you have 1 to 2 years to really get this full time in wholesaling before things start getting a little wild. Okay. And I say this not because I'm trying to fear monger. I'm not trying to get you all freaked out. I'm not trying to get all scary. Okay. But I will tell you that when you complain to me that, why is there so many more wholesalers? Well, when these Tesla semi trucks and Waymo has replaced all the drivers and all the truck drivers, and now they're all trying to get into wholesaling because they don't really have any skills outside truck driving. I mean, that's their skill set, and they're going all in on wholesaling real estate. And you're complaining to me that the 500,000 or 1 million truck drivers in America are now getting into wholesaling, a quarter of them, and now it's more saturated. I should have wholesaled in 2026 when Zach told me, like, don't be crying to me. Don't be crying to me. And the fear of that should be kind of crazy right now. And so right now, as you're watching this, is probably the easiest time right now to get into wholesaling than any time in the future. There's going to be more wholesalers. If you legitimately come to me and tell me that you don't think AI is going to replace an accountant, not going to replace analysts for doing stocks and all these, it's going to happen. White collar first, then blue collar next. I'm just telling you. Your biggest fear should not be, oh my gosh, what if a seller says something mean? Your biggest fear is you're out of a job and you can't feed your 2 kids. Like, if you're watching this right now and that isn't scary to you, like, we got some bigger problems, bro. The biggest fear this is absolute nightmare. You see people go watch scary movies, right? Oh my gosh, the monster, the green glob monster is going to attack me. Freddy Krueger is going to be in my dreams. Freddy Krueger will attack me. I could care less. That doesn't it's scary, but I got things for that. But what's fearful is, hey, I have 3 kids and I can't afford to feed them. I can't afford to put a roof over their head because my job got replaced. So That's the scariest thing possible. Tell my kids, hey, I can't buy you a Christmas present. Like that by far is my biggest fear. I'm chill now. I mean, trust me, I'm cool. But I'm talking for the regular folks watching this. Like that should be your biggest fear right now. And if you don't think that's going to happen, you're sadly mistaken. Okay. Now, maybe there's universal income, all this stuff, but like universal basic income. But like what I'm telling you is you should not rely on the government to go protect you from this. I'll tell you, the government is not good at helping you with these situations. And so I truly believe everyone should be going all in on wholesaling real estate. It's the only avenue when AI replaces you and you're stuck online to go out here and make a ton of money in this business. There's a lot more stuff coming up for this. And if interest rates keep cutting down, we're gonna get moving. We're gonna get some heat. We're gonna get some traction. It's gonna be very good. But what I'll tell you is most people have this fear of what if, when your fear should be like, dude, there's a boulder coming. There's a tsunami coming. There's some situations coming down with AI that I better go out here and get rich wholesaling before this happens. It'd be better. It's just nicer to get rich wholesaling real estate and the AI thing happens versus, I don't know, let's think about it. The AI thing happens and you're not rich. And again, we have some time, but I'm saying that the time keeps closing every single day. So stop waiting and just start going out here and making money. Now, the first thing you have to know if you want to make a ton of money wholesaling real estate is going to be going out here and getting confidence. A lot of people lack a lot of confidence, and that's why they don't sound good on the phones. And if you have a fear that you don't sound good over the phones, I want you to understand that it's because you lack confidence. And the definition of confidence is not how sexy you sound on the phone and how good you feel. Confidence truly is a belief in the words you say and the actions you do. So if you're watching this video right now, this live stream, and you don't feel like you're good talking to sellers, you should really check yourself, because you don't sound good talking to a seller because you're a nervous wreck. You're a nervous wreck because you don't believe in yourself. You actually don't believe that you can go out here and help the seller with their problem. That's just the truth. This is my theory. I have proven it right so many times. How many times have I done one-on-ones with people on my live streams, and someone's like, "Oh my gosh, I'm talking to Zach Ginn. Oh my god." I'm nothing special. Like I know I'm a specimen, a sight to behold. But trust me, I'm not a scary guy. But like a lot of people, like they sometimes get nervous talking to me. I think it's funny because I'm not really a nervous guy to talk to. But I'll tell you that they get all nervous talking to me. I'm like, "Hey, what's your favorite sports team?" "Oh, like, oh my gosh, it's so good. Oh, I like the Philadelphia Eagles." "What's your favorite video game?" "I love Battlefield." "Tell me about my favorite Battlefield map is blah 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 blah." And then I found out that, oh, you're not nervous to talk about me. You're just worried about what's going to happen. But if I start asking you questions of things you actually know and believe, like if you're watching this and you have a belief that you love Battlefield, you're going to sound way cooler and smoother with me. And so if you ever wonder why some dudes sound so good like on a date and you're like a nervous wreck, it's because you probably don't believe in yourself. Oh, she's out of my league. Yeah, she's out of your league in your mind. You don't believe that she deserves to have you, and you sound a lot more nervous. Now, you can always be nervous, right? You're worried what's going to happen, but like if you have a belief in yourself, you're going to sound way better. And I found this with public speaking, all these things, right? Like I don't publicly speak much, but when I do, I think I sound pretty good. I'm not the most polished guy, but I believe in what I do and what I say, and that I continue to always keep doing that. And so if you're somebody who feels like you're bad talking to sellers over the phone, or you're bad, closing, the first thing you need to check yourself is, number one, your experience, and number two is your belief. Now, the one thing I've always found is if you have a very large repertoire of experience, you're going to have a better belief. And so a lot of people always say, "Oh my gosh, Zach, you got to put the reps in. You got to put the reps in, the reps. And the reps are cool. The reps are great. I get what you mean about putting your reps in. But what I've always found is people tell you to go put the reps in, because when you put in a bunch of reps, you start being like, "Oh, wow." So for example, if I have closed 200 sellers, right? I'm a beginner. I closed 200 sellers. I've pretty much with 200 closes for virtual wholesaling. I've pretty much been through every type of objection. I've been through every single type of seller archetype. I've been through every single type of situation and motivation, and every title situation, that I'm able to answer pretty much any objection like that. That means that I believe, because I've gone through so much of the adversity and so much of those types, when I talk to a seller now, any other issues, I can pretty much solve it. Then that automatically creates belief. See, here's the secret. You don't need to go out here and close 200 sellers to have great confidence over the phone. You just got to believe in yourself. And belief is not this, cringy Wizard of Oz, was it Courage the Lion? Courage has been within you all along. It is true, though. I mean, confidence has been within you all along. You just got to believe in yourself. All right. It's kind of like Santa Claus. Believe in yourself, and it's real. And so the other issue is I feel like most people struggle so much on their first wholesaling deal because they just have absolute zero focus to going out here and making money. I know that sounds insane, but what I mean by this is I've been telling everyone this year more than anything else because this has just been moving the needle for most people watching this. But if you go out here and you truly, and again, I'm like, you have my praying hands for you. If you spend 2 to 4 hours every single day doing income producing activities, you will go out here and get about at least one deal a month if you're doing it for the right lists. Just absolute fact of life right now. So let me say that again. If you're going out here and doing 2 to 4 hours every single day of income producing activities, you'll get a deal a month. But I will very adamantly fight most people on this that you're not doing 2 to 4 hours a day of income producing activities. You're distracted. Like you're just straight up not doing it. Now, what's an income producing activity? Again, it's an activity that you do that'll actually produce you money. So for example, is going out here and comping a property for 45 minutes an income producing activity? No, right? Is you cold calling sellers income producing? Yes. Is you going out here skip tracing leads income producing? Yes. Is you going out here and making an offer income producing? Yes. Is following up with a seller income producing? Yes. Is going on the phone and offering and making offer to a seller to buy their house income producing? Yes. Finding cash buyers income producing? Yes. If you are going out here and doing income producing activities, you will get rich. You'll get successful. And I've pretty much shown 2 to 4 hours, straight focus. Here's the thing. I've gone band for band on my phone with people before talking about, okay, if you're actually talking to me, like you want a real man-to-man convo right here. If you're telling me that you have zero time and zero money and you don't know why you can't become successful, show me your screen time on your phone right now. Just show it to me. The majority of people who complain that they can't become successful in wholesaling spend an hour, 2 hours a day on TikTok, 2 hours a day doom scrolling on Instagram. And some guys spend 4 or 5 hours on Safari for some reason. I don't know. I don't get into that right now. But like, it's ridiculous to me. Guys, if you're a young man, which I think they have the most issues with direction, just what I've found. If you can cut 1 hour of sleep a day, you will not. If you're 19 years old, I promise you, you will not die. You will not die within 4 or 5 years if you go from doing 7 hours of sleep to 6 hours of sleep. Again, this isn't Zach's health advice, but I'm just telling you, if you go from 7 hours to 6 hours of sleep, you get 1 extra hour for the day, and you cut your screen time by at least 1 hour. 1 plus 1 equals 2. You'll get 2 hours a day of uninterrupted income producing activity. So if you're asking me why you haven't closed a wholesaling real estate deal yet, it's have you found the time, or has the time found you? Because trust me, I could screw off for about 2 hours just doing whatever I want. I go fishing right now for an hour and a half and have a blast. But if I'm broke right now, can I afford to go out here and waste my time? No, you can't. You absolutely can't. You can't. And so the other issue I found so many young men and women in wholesaling have this issue is they absolutely obsess over the check. They obsess over the money. They obsess over the results. And I have been very clear on this for a very long time, that obsessing with the check and the money and this and what that can do for you is a one-way ticket to disaster. If you get into wholesaling real estate because you want a Lamborghini and you get the Lamborghini, well, you got no more motivation. You're screwed. You see, if you start focusing more on the actions you have to do to get the check, you always make more money. So I tell everyone, actions equal results. Focus on the actions over the results. And so if you focus on the actions, that actually makes you a deal. So again, what example I always give is If you want to get one deal a month, 20 grand, 20 grand times 12, 240. If you want to make $240,000, $250,000 this year wholesaling real estate, you don't go put, I want to make $250,000 in the mirror for this year, pray and manifest every morning. That's not going to do anything. They're going to do snot. If you're that type of guy, that's why you're not successful right now. I'm going to manifest a deal this month. No. Okay. You actually got to go out here and get it. And more specifically, you got to look at the actions, not the results. So you might ask yourself, okay, so if I pull government lists and I get a wholesaling deal, how many calls do I have to make to usually get one deal? What I've found, about 3,000 calls should get you a deal. So now you do the math. Hey, I shouldn't be focusing on 250 grand a year. I should focus 3 times 12. I should focus on 36,000 calls this year. That is my North Star. That's my true North Star. That's where I'm pointing to. That is where I'm going to be going to go out here and wholesale real estate. So if you go out here and just start focusing on making 36,000 calls, you're then going to go out here and get way better results. That's what you guys do. You go, oh, the Lamborghini. I want my SVJ. I want 36,000 calls. That's how you actually get success. So many people. And again, the cash is easy. It's fun to flex. It's fun to show off. But I'm being real with you. The real reason, the why, is where you're going to get there. And so I can tell everybody that my advice here is focus on your actions, 2 to 4 hours of income producing activities. And the other part here is just simplifying the process, simplifying the game. I'm telling you right now, guys, you are overcomplicating wholesaling real estate. Wholesaling real estate is a numbers game, but most importantly, it's an offers game. If you can make offers, you make money. That's what it is. That's what wholesaling real estate is. And so for anybody watching this that absolutely is just like, man, I don't know. Can I do this? Can I not? Can you make enough offers to sellers? Remember, we're in a game here where we get properties under contract for a discount and we sell it for a discount and make a ton of money. And the hardest part of the entire system is to find somebody who wants to sell their property for cash for a discount. You make a lowball offer, they accept it, you sell the contract, you make your cash. 80% of my time in my wholesaling operations always comes down to finding that person that wants to sell. That's it. It's where majority of the effort, majority of the money I spend gets thrown towards. So if you want to get your first deal, simplify the process. Okay, roger that. Cha-ching. If I want to get my first deal, let's pull 3,000 government lists, make a call, get a deal. Let's do 400 drawing for dollars leads, get a deal. That is it. When people tell me wholesaling real estate's so crazy, so complicated. So if you're watching this video right now and you live in Dallas, Texas, I can tell you with complete confidence in just what I know, if you pulled 500 pre-foreclosures from the Dallas County, vaultless penances, you go to every one of their house and you put a sticky note on their door, you put 500 of those out, you will get a deal. What you do with this information is up to you. But I just know that's going to happen. Now, who in here has put 500 sticky notes on a pre-foreclosures and haven't gotten any leads or any deals? It's very rare. Usually I did 75, I did 40, I did 90, I did 200, but not 400 in a month. And if you can go out here and call 500 drawing for dollars leads and actually produce 500 drawing for dollars leads, you'll get a deal doing that too. But I have never found anybody in Dallas that's done 500 sticky notes on pre-foreclosures and 500 drawing for dollars leads calls that hasn't gotten a deal. It don't happen, bro. I don't know anyone that's called 1,000 probates that hasn't gotten a deal. It just doesn't happen. But you want to tell me how complicated wholesaling is? 1,000 probates divided by 365 days is you call 3 probates a day for the entire year, you'll get a deal. So whoever goes and rolls their eyes and says, oh, I've been wholesaling for a year, I haven't got a deal. Bro, you could spend 4 minutes calling a day to make $40,000. It's just, dude, like I'm about to crash out on myself. But this is wholesaling real estate. Like, guys, that's it. So 400 sticky notes, that's basically 1.5, one sticky note a day. You get a deal in the year. So it's really hard not to. Again, I'll even go a step further here. Okay. Like, I'll even go crazier. Okay. I'll even go a step further here. Okay. If you could go out here and just focus on one list and just call that list, that is it. So if you could just focus on, let's say, code violations, and you made it your mission, your absolute mission, okay? You made it your absolute mission to go out here and pull one list, code violations. I'm going to pull every code violation in my county and my city. I'm going to pull that data. I'm going to skip trace it, and I'm going to call it and text them or just call. That's all I do. I don't do anything else. I just do. I'm Mr. Code Violation over here. You do that for a year straight. It's going to be very difficult to not make 100K. If you're the pre-foreclosure king in your area, it'd be very difficult for you not to make 100 grand a year. Pre-foreclosure is maybe 60, 70 grand. Just being honest, just being real. Just crazy to me. But the first deal gets easier when you just simplify the process. Holy moly. Simple as that. So the first deal gets easier when you simplify the process. Easy as that. It's guys, simplify it. Your life gets a lot easier. Okay. And if you could just simplify on what you have to be doing every single day, you'll be good to go. Schedule out your time too. And what I mean by this is, if you wake up in the morning and you don't know what to do, you're screwed. Like, you need to schedule out your day too. Plan your day out. You'll be a lot better. So kind of the whole gist of what I'm saying here, and you guys can kind of pretty much understand it, is most wholesalers, they're just not doing enough. I'm just being real with you. Most wholesalers aren't doing enough. That's it. That's pretty much it. Most wholesalers are just not doing enough volume. You're not making enough calls. You're not making enough texts. You're not doing any of this stuff. Most wholesalers are not doing enough. And if you can really just stick to the mantra of, hey, I'm going to figure out how many calls, texts, whatever, to go get a deal. Guys, if you go to freewholesaling.com, freewholesaling.com, go to the word free, the word wholesaling.com, go to freewholesaling.com, and you go out there and you go through the whole course. It is painfully spelled out for every single, again, I'm not doing this live stream because there's like 70 or 80 different ways to get a wholesaling deal. I break down, there's technically 36 ways to get a deal when you have no money. I explain in detail how many calls you have to do to go get a deal with that, right? Reverse engineer the math, whatever you want. Guys, if you want to say it on the live stream, if you have a comment of, hey, what about the evictions list? How many get a deal there? I could tell you if you just want to give me an example, but like, most wholesalers just aren't doing enough. Again, I just used pre-foreclosures to be funny, but like, it's true. If you did 400 pre-foreclosures and you put sticky notes on the door, you're going to get a deal. And so figure out in your mind how much money you want to make and reverse engineer your life. So if we know right now, we have to go out here and call 3,000 people this month to go get a deal. Okay, 3,000 divided by 330, that's probably 100 a day, right? Pretty much it. Just absolutely crazy to me. Okay. It's just funny to me. And so if you're watching this and you just don't know exactly what you need to be doing, go to freewholesaling.com, go through the course. We'll show you how to do it. I'm just telling you guys, 4 calls a day won't change your life. It really won't. Now, if it's 4 probate calls a day, actually, it probably would. But probates are a whole different animal. Like, it's probably the best, it's probably one of the best by far list you can be pulling right now. But yeah, 4 calls won't change your life. And so if you're just, hey, you know what's even worse than, I'll be real. You know what's worse than doing 4 calls a day? No calls, bro. Dude, there's people I know for a fact, and I'm just going to say this nicely. I know there's you haven't called anyone today. You're watching this live stream for an hour and a half, but you're not making any calls. This is why this is why your bank account's very low. No offense. It's the reason why you didn't make 30 grand last month, because you haven't made any calls. You're watching videos, but you ain't taking action. Get to work, dude. Watch these videos at night at like 9 p.m. at night when you can't call anyone anymore and just start getting to work right now. I don't care if half the people get off the live stream right now. But if you're watching this right now and you haven't called at all today, get off the stream and start calling sellers. I don't like get off, like banished. Okay. And if you're watching this video and you're at minute 35:22 or whatever, and you haven't made any texts, you haven't called, you haven't pulled your lists, get off the video and start getting to work. I could care less about how many subscribers I get and more about you actually getting success and money. It's the reason why I got people in freewholesaling.com who says, oh my gosh, Zach, I just made $84,000. My life has changed. I made $93,000. My life has changed. It's because I push people to go out here and do actions. That is it. That's why my whole life has changed from wholesaling real estate, because I just do the work. I don't complain. I put my head down and I get rich wholesaling real estate. Here's the cool part. There are construction workers and delivery guys and people who go out here and work like bartenders. They probably work way harder than me. But here's the cool part. If I put 8 hours in wholesaling real estate and you put 8 hours being an accountant, no offense to my accountants out there, I will make way more money than you. And we're probably doing the same amount of work. Why? Because what I'm doing just makes more money per hour. That's just the truth. And so you're in the right vehicle, wholesaling real estate. And I know for a lot of people watching this, and again, this is not Mr. Zach's boohoo story, but like, I get that you probably work 8 hours a day. You probably got up at 7 a.m., went to work at 9, you got home at 6, and you are absolutely exhausted. And the last thing you want to do is get on the phone and start calling sales. I get it. Trust me. I get it. I think everyone in here can relate to something like that. But if you're going out here and telling me, all right, that, oh, it's hard. It's like it, guys, it's hard for everybody. Like if you think you being tired after working a job is like the most unrelatable thing and you're dealing with something that nobody else is doing, like, dude, get out of here. Like, dude, come on. And I just want you to know that everybody struggles in life. Everyone has things going on in their life that like you don't know about. And it doesn't go out here and like negate it, but like everyone struggles, like everybody. Okay. Like everyone. And so if you're going out here and just complaining to me or like making excuses why you can't become successful, it's crazy to me. Like it's just hilarious to me. Like everyone goes through it too. And maybe I'm not going through what you're going through, but I promise you there's somebody inside of the community that has gone through your exact struggle that made it out and became a millionaire. And again, I got DMs all the time on Instagram and stuff like, Zach, you don't understand. I'm a single mom of 3. There's no way you understand what my struggle is. And that's why I'm not becoming successful. And I say, hey, I didn't pop out 3 babies. I haven't done that. I'm not a single mom of 3. And yes, maybe your struggle is probably way worse than me starting out. I mean, I was 17 years old in high school. So high school, working out, wrestling or whatever, working a part-time job and basically doing it's like I could work 15, 16 hours and it's fine. Like I'm 16 years old, 17, right? Not a problem. But what was really difficult, okay? What was really difficult was just doing that every single day and not complaining. But if you're somebody who is a single mom of 3, I haven't dealt with that. It's probably way harder. But let me go out here to freewholesaling.com and hey, how many single moms in here that are making over 100K a year wholesaling? You'll find like 50 or 60 just off of one post. Now, if they did it with my information, what's stopping you? That's just the truth. And I've helped the wholesalers in the absolute worst, horrific situations possible. We got legit wholesalers in war zones right now doing deals. Like, what's your problem? Like, I'm just being like, the only situation that I found that I kind of feel bad for people is if you have no internet. Like, that's that's usually the bare minimum we need for success here. If you do not have the internet, like, it's going to get a little difficult, especially if you live outside the United States and you have no internet. Outside of that, I think you're Gucci. I think you're fine. I think you're good. Okay. But holy moly, I get a lot of people crying to me. The reason why you're not successful, you just got to do more work. That is it. Okay. That is it. So again, the 4 calls won't do it. And I think a lot of wholesalers too have this very bad reputation of just going down the wrong road, the wrong path. And what I mean by this is if you're driving hard, but you're driving on the wrong thing, you don't get credit for it. And what I mean by this is if you come to me and say, Zach, I tried to wholesale MLS on-market properties for a year. I got nothing. I'm not going to like Mr. Boohoo you. If you try wholesaling on market for a year straight and you haven't got a deal, it's probably, it seems normal to me. I don't think wholesaling on market properties is good at all. And I have never, ever would recommend that. The reason why I not recommend that is you can't find me 20 guys making $1 million a year wholesaling MLS properties. I haven't found anyone able to do that. You can't produce that. You know why you can't produce that? Because just not enough people doing it. Now there's there's a ton of people doing it, not a lot of people getting good results. And so I've always said, just stick to the stuff that you can just go on freewholesaling.com, actual physical proof, and see the success. Most people are on absolute the wrong road. So if you don't have a schedule, you got no consistency, you're going to get no motion. But on top of that too, you got to start doing the right things. So I tell you that it is facts that if you're not doing the information I teach inside of my free wholesaling course and community, it's not free because it's bad. I don't have a paid wholesaling course. I don't have a paid group to go learn how to wholesale real estate. I got freewholesaling.com. We got Pump, but that ain't wholesaling. But we got freewholesaling.com. All my info how to wholesale real estate's in freewholesaling.com. It's free because I just give it to the people. That is it. Okay? That is it. And so if you go to freewholesaling.com, you'll learn how to wholesale real estate for free. And that's pretty much it. That's where the information is. So if you want to go out here, you want to learn the right lists, the scripts, the text on right there. That's all you got to do. There's no like, what should I do it? Go to freewholesaling.com. Again, on TikTok, it's the word free, the word wholesaling.com. All right. Absolutely crazy to me. And so you need to make a schedule if you want to go out here and make a ton of money. And for the love of everything, guys, stop wholesaling when you feel like it. I'm only going to wholesale real estate when I feel like it. Bro, you're never going to feel like it. It's like just only work out when you feel like working out. Like when I go work out 5 times a week, right? I only feel like working out probably once or twice. I do it because I got to make sure I feel good, look good, have the energy, because to be real, I just got to keep having the energy to flex on the haters. Just going to be like, come on. Okay. We just being real. Okay. But guys, stop wholesaling only when you feel like it. That's probably my best advice for you is create a schedule, create absolute consistency, and really just go out here and be that person with that pure discipline that does the work when they don't feel like doing it. Because you will not feel like wholesaling real estate probably 80, 90% of the time. You won't have that Zach motivation. You won't have that Gary V montage. You won't have that montage of Conor McGregor screaming in a microphone for an hour straight. You won't have your David Goggins speech, and you're going to be very bored. That's when you have to keep going. Most important part. So again, my North Star for everybody watching this, 2 to 4 hours every single day of income producing activities. So again, you're stuck because you're not taking action. No action, no deals. No calls, no contracts. No offers, no checks. Guys, go out here and keep hammering this thing every single day, and you're going to have a ton of success. Remember, you only lose when you quit. That is it. Let me repeat it again. You only lose when you quit. So don't quit this business. Keep going all in. This is the best time ever getting wholesaling real estate. Let's go in here and start getting rich wholesaling real estate, baby. Let's go out here and get some deals. We got some awesome deals cooking. I am very excited to announce that I am under contract on what should be my largest real estate deal ever. Projections on this is going to be $150,000. Whoo, that thing's going to be beautiful. Next two, I'll probably make a video about a month and a half about it when it closes, when I actually, get the proceeds and everything. $150,000. That's going to be, it's going to be a very nice, be a nice little video. It'll be a little flex. It'll be a little It'll be a bad day to be a hater on that day. It's hard being a hater when you're seeing out here me going out here making money. People don't like that, but yeah, it's kind of funny. But yeah, I will tell you that we are set to do my largest real estate deal ever. I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty pumped up about it. And kind of like fine wine, I guess I get better at wholesaling throughout the years. But oh man, dude, the amount of fire under me right now to go out here and you make more money, dude. I'm ready to go. I'm trying to do something no one else has ever been really doing ever, and we're gonna keep going. So I'm pumped up for it. But guys, I just want you to show, like, the reason I want to show these deals and I show checks and I show success and stuff like this. I just want you to become really excited about it, right? I mean, we had a hater in the comments. I don't think that was the real person, because if that was the real person, that's pretty embarrassing. I mean, I don't think someone would go, some real estate influencer type guy just said something, some hater type comment, which is kind of funny to me. But like, the real thing is, I think that was a fake person, because if that person actually commented, and they got banned pretty quick because, say it to my face, if that person has my number, bro, sir, if you actually said that comment to me, we banned you pretty quick, because I'm pretty sure you're fake. Go ask your partner. He's got my number. Give him my number for me. Call me as a man, and we'll have that conversation. But I really doubt that person's real. I'm pretty sure it's just a fake bot, so I'm not really going to give any energy to it. But I will tell you that a lot of people are hating on the success, and that's just the facts. And again, I've been getting a little bit of heat lately because I told you I went to the school games. I met Alex Shamosi. I spent 7 hours with him. And the couple things I got from him was, he told me that I have to stop being humble when it comes to my results. And I said, I don't really want people knowing how much money I make in real estate. I just don't feel like comfortable. Like, it just feel like, he's like, why do you feel uncomfortable? I'm like, do you make that? I was like, yeah, duh. You got the HUDs to check. I got the HUDs for it. He's like, well, just do it. I said, well, what about, he said, Zach, he said, do you know that every video I ever do, he said, I tell everyone automatically how much revenue all my companies do in the first 5 seconds of every video I do. I said, wow. He's like, do you respect me? I said, I do respect you, Alex. He said, you got to remember Wisby. I'm like, what's Wisby? He said, why should I believe you? And he said, you need to let everyone know who watches your videos how much money you make, or at least how much you have done in the past year, whatever. Because either they're not going to believe you, and then they're not going to take action, and then you're not going to make as much money because they're not going to send you real estate deals or buy X leads. I said, huh. And so for the past month and a half, I've revealed how much money I made. It's made a lot of real estate influencers very uncomfortable, because they're not even close to that. And they get very upset. They get very offended really quick. And so we had some real estate influencer got very offended that I made more money than them. And he wants tax returns, which is funny. I'm like, bro, I'll be transparent with tax returns. If every real estate influencer wants to go post their 2025 tax returns, I'll post mine too. But it ain't really going to happen. So it's just kind of funny to me. And by the way, if you are a hater, please just text me. Please, 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 please. Let's make a video together. I would love to do it. But again, if you're a hater, I'm going to post in about a month and a half, $150,000 real estate deal. If you can make more money on that deal than me, then I would love to see it. I'm telling you, we're close to 150,000. I should post a video. It takes about a couple weeks to get done. If you could show me a bigger deal than 150 grand in the next 2 months, flex on me, bro. Flex on me. It's the truth. I did a video where I showed $125,000 on a wholesaling deal. If you can go out here and do more than that on a wholesale deal, please post it. Flex on me. Do the thing. It's just funny to me. Zachary, double closing that deal. We're actually just going to buy it and then put it on the market. And the reason I'm not getting into it right now. I'm not jinxing myself. I'm going to close it myself because I want to do a whole documentary on the thing. Just funny to me. But yeah, I don't think that person's a real, because if they were real, then they should have my number, and you shouldn't be tugging on this, because if you got a problem with me, you got my number, just text me or just call me. Clive says, do you read the comments? No, I do not. I'm just kidding. I do. Let's see. What's up, Dimitri? What's up, Zach? It's Dimitri. You guys are legit, dude. I love Dimitri, man. I think Dimitri's making 100K a month. Yeah, I love Dimitri. I met him. He's a great guy. Him and his partner are awesome. Zach, I need help with A2P. I've been trying to call X-Lead support for a week. Okay. Well, you got to remember when you have X-Leads, dude, there's no calling support, so I don't really understand what you're talking about. So let me just show you again. But if you're watching this, you go to X-Leads, right? Just go to the live chat support right here. Start a new session. And literally just say, I need A2P help, live person. Let's see how fast this takes. And I'm legit asking you, Bruce, like, let's see how fast this takes. The AI is going to try to find my issue, and it's going to deliver me to the right person, and then boom, we get into a right person. Actually, let me copy this. This is an old tab. All right, see how quick I can get to this. All right, I am in front of Ahmed right now, and I can say, I need A2P help, live person. And now I'm in front of a live person, bro. Took about 5 seconds to do. So, yeah. Kind of crazy to me. So, oh, hey, Zach, what's up? So, again, live action, pretty quick, pretty cool. By the way, we are potentially releasing our X-Leads mega update tomorrow. I don't have 100, and this is so bad to say. I do not have 100% confirmation it's dropping tomorrow. It is like to the wire. I should probably know by the end of tonight. I'm trying to get all these APIs hooked up. It will be, but I am hoping by the end of the week. I'm trying. If it's by Monday, I'm going to be very sad. But I will let you know I'm trying my best to go out here. I'm not going to say what it is. But X-Leads mega update, it's dropping. Dropping very soon. I can tell you within 7 days. And again, I keep pushing it back because it's taking a little longer than I thought. But APIs are being developed. They're being done. I hope it's tomorrow, man. I'm like 60% confident it's going to drop tomorrow. Just being real. I'm really hoping. I'm real. Like I wish I could just like 100%, but right when it starts, it'll be done. Let's see here. Yeah, Bruce, bro. Like I just showed you how to do the live chat support on X-Leads. So whatever I can do to help you out. All right, let's see what's going on here. Inland Empire gets a little saturated. I'm not the biggest fan of the Inland Empire. Signed today, sellers ready, motivated. Time to find, bro. Let's go. Mind Trap's got first property on a contract. Let's go. Congratulations, man. Dude, that's sick. First deal under contract. I remember my first deal under contract. That's woo. Let's go. All right, alrighty. Sick. All right. I have a lead from emails it's from email blasting. Oh, nice. I have a lead from emails that I sent today, and Rick's ChatGPT gave me all the details, including ARV and how to market, bro. That's awesome. Let's see. Clive, bro, I'm on here, man. You know what else I can do here? Besides 5 o'clock, when's a good time to call? 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., honestly. I mean, 5 to 7 is the best time, but whatever time you can make. Let's see. X-Leads is down. Any updates? I'm telling you, man, I'm trying. Dude, if I can, if the APIs can be good, the APIs are done, everything's working. The main issue right now is if it can be stable across the thousands of users we have. So I'm pretty confident that we got it, but I'm going to make sure that's 100%. The reason X-Leads was down for about a couple minutes today was because we just launched the AI market analysis. So AI market analysis is actually pretty sick. I don't want to get in the whole thing right now. If you have the I believe you have the X plan, you get this. But basically, this is part of the mega update. This API was done correctly. This isn't the big thing, right? But it is being done pretty quick. But yeah, these are going to be the sellability scores for a specific trend for the zip code. Also going to give you current HUD rents, which I think are pretty cool. So it's going to tell you for people who are buying HUD properties, how much exactly HUD will pay for the property, which is going to be really good for investors. And then what's really cool is you got all the stats for the leads type for there. So pretty cool. I'm pretty excited about it. But yeah, you can actually get HUD rents for the areas and for the actual property itself. So pretty cool. So HUDs for the area, what they'll be at, it's all being thrown in there. So I think it's pretty cool. But yeah, AI market analysis is here. The next part will be that got hooked up. Now the next thing is to be hooked up, and I'm hoping by tomorrow. I'm really excited. When it drops, you're gonna be like, holy moly. Yeah. Ya says, do you have a video that helps me find the code violations? Freewholesaling.com. I'm telling you guys, freewholesaling.com. I'll teach you how to wholesale real estate for free. I legit pull the code violations on the course. The problem is if I did that on YouTube, the video would be unalived. It means it won't be on here anymore. So yeah, nope. Can't do that, unfortunately. Pretty sad, but yeah. I called about 1,000 records over the past few months. How many answered? How many leads did you get? Bruce's cannot get in front of X leads. I don't understand. Hopefully I showed you there. Donna says, where do you get probate leads? Straight from the probate records. So clerk of the court, all the probate court cases, that's where I get it. Procrastination isn't laziness. It's usually avoiding discomfort. I like that a lot. Let's see. Zach, I've been watching and learning and believing you should teach me fast. I'm a fast learning, but when you have children, you're extremely busy. Flipping is not for everyone. Okay, Michael. So who in here on this live stream has done a wholesaling deal that has kids? Raise your hand. So Michael, you are right. I don't have kids. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. I should have been. I'm not gonna say it. I'm sorry. I was gonna say. I was gonna say I should be less. I should have been less careful, but I'm not gonna say that. But I'm very sorry. I didn't get anyone pregnant. I apologize. But no, if anyone here can comment if you have kids and you've done a wholesaling deal, then we can say, Michael, well, I guess you can do it. But if you're really trying to come up here and say, I have kids, there's no way I can make money wholesaling, dude, like, Michael, man, dude, that you are in a world of hurt here. You're going to get ratioed pretty quick. Oh, Choice Crosby. What's up, Choice, out here in Seattle? He has kids and he got a deal. So it's like, I mean, what do you mean here? Okay. What do you mean here? Holy moly. Just funny to me. Holy cow. That was, I mean, I that's a crazy excuse. Okay. Hello from LA. I thought this was a recording. This is an old video with the title similar. Not really, but no, these are always live. I'm always live. I mean, you got to remember that if you don't believe these are live, I answer all the comments. You can look at my watch. The watch is coordinated to the time in Florida, if you can read it better. I'm also live on TikTok. I mean, these are all live. I always do it live. And I mean, currently right now it is 6:36. Time's about to change. It's 6:36 p.m. I mean, you kind of get the point. Like, I don't do fake lives. I know a lot of people do fake lives on YouTube, but like, I don't do that. I'm not live in the comments. I'm live here. All right, let's see what's going on here. Do you think AI replaced the pawn shops of real estate, or at least the majority of them? I really don't believe so. I think people, here's the way I look at it. I think I looked at a statistic the other day. I was making a video. 50% of people trade in their cars for 40% below market value for the speed and convenience to trade in the car. That's for cars. Real estate's a lot less than that, right? 50% of sellers don't sell through wholesalers. But if that's the real ratio, and people know, they have the knowledge that they could get it for more if they go and do a private sale, I know for a fact wholesalers are fine. And the reason I know we're fine is Zillow's failed, Open Doors failed. No one's been able to nationalize it. I think we're cool. The only company that's really nationalized wholesaling per se, what I guess would be New Western, but they do more JVs, I believe. Again, I know their whole coordination structure, but like it's not like a front to back wholesaling system. Probably nationalize like Dispo, but like you can't make one massive company just for that. You are 100% right, Zach. My lack of experience, knowledge, not believing that. Well, hey, let's get to work. $45 on Safari's diabolic. Dude, I ask people that say, "Oh, I have no time." I'm like, drop your screen time. I had one guy sent me a 4 or 5 hours on Safari. Oh my god, he said, I watch anime on a website. I said, okay, buddy. I know what kind of anime you watching. I'm a distraction. Zach's dropping bombs. Appreciate it. Wholesaling's about the friends you make along the way. Yeah, Max is cool. It's about making the money, bro. Okay. But yeah, you can make some friends right there. All right, let's see. Zach, I'm gonna make sure I hit the right volume for probates. Dude, probates, I mean, you might be getting, it depends where you live, Derek, right? Probably 40 probates a day. So 40 times 30, 1,200. I mean, if you do 500, you should get a deal. But yeah. It's just so funny to me. Been steady building a network every single day. I'm telling you guys. Okay, let me show you. So if you go out here, you go to freewholesaling.com, free school group, and you go here. You go to freewholesaling.com, okay? And you want to network with people. I'm telling you, one of the most underrated things you can be doing is go to freewholesaling.com, go here's the map feature, and just go right here. And if you live in Switzerland, whatever, and you want to wholesale real estate in Des Moines, Iowa, go out here to Des Moines, Iowa, okay? And just start messaging. You can message 5 people a day, okay? Go to 5 people a day and just click on these people and message them. Kevin. I'd go out here and message Kevin right here. Go talk to him. Say what's up to Kevin. DM him. Network. Do deals together. Simple. It's really that easy, guys. That's all you have to be doing. But I'd say the majority of wholesalers watching this just are not, they're not networking. There's so much money to be made doing networking, especially because how easy we make it in freewholesaling.com. I've been calling tax delinquents on X leads, actually producing leads. Dude, if that's working for you, pull the actual tax delinquency list from the tax collector. You'd actually be getting more results doing that. How many deals did your dad do? I mean, at least 1,000 by the time I was started, probably. He's done a lot. The problem with AI is that soon, if not right now, people can't tell if AI, that's the problem. So the issue is people are already starting to get is that AI or not? Especially when the video gets a little confusing, right? So what I would tell you if you're watching this right now is get all into wholesaling real estate. Things are getting a little scary. I've seen some videos like, oh my gosh, it's getting a little crazy right now. Let me answer a TikTok question. If you can't find freewholesaling.com, just search wholesaling real estate go to school.com/wholesaling. It should work for you. School, SKOOL.com/wholesaling. Do you know who Richard Taylor is? I think I know that guy. He's a cool dude. Should I go with X Leads or another software? Just doing the basic for the skip tracing. I would wait till tomorrow. You'll be very happy. How am I supposed to watch you and Richard at the same time? Well, we do some podcasts together, so you can watch us at the same time. It's SKOOL, not school. SKOOL.com/wholesaling. Holy moly. For probate, I was frozen when the daughter said, "Yeah, that was my dad's. He just died." Well, I mean, be a human being, okay? Be a human being, and just say, "Hey, wow, oh wow, I'm very sorry to hear that. I don't know what's going on with you in that. Sorry to hear that. I mean, are you looking to potentially sell it? I mean, I'm just looking to buy in the area, and then you just let them talk. Hey, I'm not comfortable. I'm still grieving. Okay, cool. So I got to wait for it. How long can it take to get your first deal using X Leads? I mean, after the new update, probably 6 or 7 hours. I'm just having a good time right now. Built a custom scraper and free skip tracer. That's great. The problem is if you build a scraper on free wholesaling on a free skip tracing set like cyber background checks, it's gonna kick you off probably after 200 replies. I mean, you can trust me. It sounds awesome to use like OpenClaw to go do it, but like you get cut off after about 100 or 150. So it usually just doesn't work out well. Trust me, I've been playing with the OpenClaw stuff, but like I mean the Claude's so much better. So yeah, I mean it's moving so fast that I even made a video on the Claude bot because like I already know what most people want to do with Claude bot you can't do with wholesaling, and it's just not there yet. Once it's there, I can tell you it's gonna get cool. Hey Zach, did you interview a single mom with a full-time job is able to wholesale? Yes. Just search Zach Ginn moms, I guess. Look it up. Yes, I've interviewed lots of single parents that have done very well wholesaling. It's true. Rick had kids and got deals. Facts. Let's see here. Look at Josh. Oh, shout out to Josh. Love Josh. Out in Wisconsin. I got 3 kids, just closed $40,000 deal last month. Shout out to Josh on that one. Let's go. I watched with bro, did it with 2 and won the way and been in the game for 4 years. Anthony, let's go, man. I know what kind of complaining you can do after that. Have to check out X Leads. I'm missing out, bro. You are definitely missing out. Wait for the update. It's going to be sick. Another question here from Caden says, is cold call still the move? I just want to cold call like 10,000 people a month with SMS and email blasting. Yes. I mean, guys, wait for the X Leads update. It's going to be even a better move. Stack tax delinquencies, code violations, pre-foreclosures, call all non-duplicate records, excluding high equity, add vacant and high equity, and 5 drawing for dollars. Yeah, that's just list stacking. You could definitely do that. That's awesome. So excited about to pass out. Don't pass out. Go out here and talk to some sellers. Let's go out here and do it. Yeah, got it. Offer my condolences and said sorry for loss. Well, did you ask if they want to sell? Bro, Elmo, you got to see if they want to sell. It's the whole point of this thing. Brother, what's the best way to get buyers? I Google cash buyer, posted Facebook. Dude, oh my goodness, man. I mean, dude, why don't you go to freelisting.com and go through all the modules in there? I mean, Facebook groups are great. Zillow for rents. I mean, I'm going to put on the bottom. Okay. But freewholesaling.com. It's all in there, dude. It's literally all in there. Holy cow. Go there, right there below. Scrolling right here, freewholesaling.com. EK Sub says, I just cold called and got 2 contacts today. Did you? Oh, did 2 leads? He also said, I got this guy down to 520,000, but now he's trying to negotiate more. How can I get him to stay at that? I told him I already negotiated my buyer up 100 grand. What? Okay. What's the MAO? If the MAO is 600 and you're gonna make 80K, I mean, just stick to that. Yeah, let me know about that one. That's interesting. Interesting. All right. Yowerai7190 says, what are your top 5 land markets? That was actually pretty simple. Top 5 land markets right now. Number 5. Okay. I'll give it to him. Okay. Number 5, I actually really love Port St. Lucie, Florida. I have so many builders there. It's pretty good. I would say Melbourne to Port St. Lucie, Florida, all that land, because you got to be a little more spread out for land. There's plenty of great builders there. I would highly recommend those builders. So, yeah, I would say I do anywhere from Brevard County to Martin County, Florida would be great for land there. The next best land place is just going to be Sarasota to Fort Myers, and actually Naples to Sarasota. That whole West Coast area is absolute crushing it for land right now. Number 3 is going to be the areas between Houston and Lafayette. So Houston, Beaumont, Lake Charles, Lafayette, great for land. And then I'd probably say the whole DFW area. And then probably my best land market is going to be Houston. I've just had the best success in Houston. So I would tell you those are going to be my 5 best market. I mean, I technically most successful in Florida, but yeah. Let's see here. Hey, Zach, you mentioned email blasting for marketing for wholesalers. Can you explain how to do this and how many you send to be successful? You can use a certain list. Yes. So I don't know if you probably haven't heard this. Okay. You probably haven't heard it, but I do have a free wholesaling course. It's called, I forgot what the name of it was, freewholesaling.com, the word free, the word wholesaling.com. And I have a software called my EOG system, my email offer generator. It's a software you connect to Google Sheets. So Gmail, Google Sheets get connected. You can blast it out right there. Basically, you put emails on a spreadsheet. You click a button. It sends all the emails for you and is completely compliant and free, and it's compliant with Google. You send 100 emails per Gmail account. You make 10 Gmails, send 1,000 out a day. Pull a list on xleads.com. There you go. Go to freewholesaling.com. Go to the marketing module. The whole thing's in there. So yeah, freewholesaling.com. Watch subject to or traditional wholesaling. Choose cash for sure. Yeah, I mean, subject to is awesome. I just don't think we're in the best environment for it compared to wholesaling real estate. So I would stay the course for wholesaling. I stopped contractors I've seen. I had a couple people walk the property. What should I do, my boy? Bro, like, are you trolling me here? Go to freewholesaling.com. Go to our whole dispo course. I would highly suggest you go to Zillow, cold call to for rents. These are landlords that are listing the property for rent. Say, hey, I'm not looking to run at your property. I'm actually seeing if you're looking to buy any more rentals. I'm a wholesaler. Easiest way to find them. They all list them on Zillow. Realtors are great too. My boy. That's how I'd be doing it, my boy. Will xLead still offer a monthly subscription for the premium plans after the new update? I don't know. I mean, I do know, but I'm not going to tell you. 500 emails per day. Mindtrap sending 500 emails a day. Let's go. And guess how much you paid for the email in the start? Zero. It's free. It's crazy I can give this stuff to you for free and you still don't do it. Mind blowing to me. What's the top market for virtual wholesaling? If you only give me one, I would say Richmond, Virginia. TikTok comment says from Tiana, do you recommend using ChatGPT or to calculate MAO and ARV, or is it not accurate enough? If you do not have X leads and you're like don't want to comp, you just want to make it easy, use ChatGPT. I will tell you it's not as good as comping yourself. And comping yourself is not as good as using X leads if you're especially in a non-disclosure state. So I'd probably tell you, if you've been watching me for a little bit, I would recommend that you comp on Zillow and Realtor.com yourself. If you have X leads, use X leads. But if you're someone who doesn't have X leads and you don't want to comp yourself and you just want to do it all for you, make it simple and easy, use ChatGPT. I'm in Chicago. I feel like you switched up on me, Zach. You didn't like this market before, and now you do. Cade, bro. All right, Cade, let me be honest with you. All right. I hated Chicago. And then I started doing a bunch of deals in Chicago. And I started making more money in Chicago. Then the checks started rolling in. Here's the thing, Caden. I don't like or hate wholesaling markets. I do. But like, I don't choose to hate a market. I don't like a wholesaling market based off if I can't make money there. And Chicago has been very, very nice to me. I have been making lots of money there. So the reason I've switched up was I started making a lot of money. And the guys, you got to remember, this is why I go live all the time. This is why I always make so many videos, because the whole entire wholesaling market changed. Sometimes Chicago's not good. Now it's heating up. It's doing really good because there's a ton of development there. So that I'm having success in Chicago primarily because I've been able to develop a bunch of developers who are literally just buying properties, knocking them down, and just building more properties on. I did a whole video in Chicago about the deals I've been doing there. And because these new developments, I don't know why Chicago is being so hot for development lately, especially the whole western part of Chicago. But the reason I've been changing is just the buyer activity has just been going berserk there. So I didn't switch up on you because I'm switching up. The reason I'm switching up is I'm just making more money there. So now I like it. So for example, if Los Angeles, California turns out to be the best wholesaling market, I'll switch up and wholesale there. Still haven't found people doing well there. Do you still do deals in Dayton? Not as much as I should. I'm doing a lot more in Springfield and Marysville, Ohio, which is kind of east of there. I'm having more success doing that. Cincinnati hasn't been too hot either. But some other markets have been a lot better too. Like Springfield, Columbus, good. My biggest challenge is finding the right land markets with the limited time I do have. I'm not eating time with bad markets. Dude, you already, I don't know if you're a girl or guy, whatever. I would tell you, just find the builders. Like, that's the benefit of land. You just find the builders, get their buy box, and market to the area. Then you have to worry about if it's a good market or not, because as long as there's buyers buying that market, you should be good to go. I mean, one suggestion I'll tell you, just go to Zillow.com, go to the new construction for sale, find the address, look up the owner on record on the property appraiser. You'll find E4 Construction LLC. Look them up. You'll find E4 Builders website. Ask to get their acquisitions department, then boom, you reverse engineer all the new construction owners, which is all the builders. And now you found all your builders, get their buy box, market in those areas, get a deal. Pretty simple. Prince Lula says, if you currently don't have a bank, can I get it paid out? Yes. If you're outside the United States without a United States bank account, we have title companies that do it all the time. The cool part about Florida is Florida's actually really good at that, mainly because they're used to like people who are like Haitian citizens, Jamaican citizens, right? Outside the United Bahamians, right? A lot of people, Bahamian citizens from Bahamas that own real estate and they sell real estate, and they got to get paid in a Bahamian bank account. So yeah, they can deal with you not in the United States. Can you pull government lists in our area and use that to email blast? Is there a way to upload that to your software? Yep, it's all in freeholston.com. We have the whole entire system in there. Yeah, I did not switch up just to switch up. Steven says, is the contract on your site good for North Carolina, or is it an adjustment? So I would use a closing attorney in North Carolina because North Carolina is a closing attorney state, and I would have them review your contract. Zach, didn't your dad have kids? Yeah, he had me. According to 23andMe, I'm his. So, yeah, I guess so. So he did really good, huh? Shocker. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, let me know about those leads. I'm interested in that deal. But yeah, you would pull government data. I would skip tracing all X leads, and that's how I'd be doing it. So We are getting close to the new XLeads launch. If you want to check it out, go to xleads.com. I would keep an eye out right here. The mega update possibly is dropping tomorrow, possibly not. I can't guarantee anything, but you will. This is how you'll know. You'll see a video. You'll see the title. You're going to like, holy cow, what? You're going to click the video. You're going to see what the mega update is. That is me being a man of my word. It'll be pretty exciting. So guys, while you're waiting, it'll be released on freewholesaling.com. It'll be, trust me, I'll make sure you know about it. Make sure you go to freewholesaling.com right now. Join the free wholesaling coursing community. Go to xleads.com. Get the best wholesaling real estate software. And like always, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you soon. This is Zach Ginn signing out. Have a blessed one.